Welcome back, Network Defenders. I'm issuing an immediate Code Ninja security advisory. We're initiating a coordinated vulnerability disclosure right now regarding a critical threat to Trend Micro Apex 1. Specifically, we're looking at CVE 2026-34926. Time is incredibly short here, and your perimeter is at risk, so we're going to skip the pleasantries and dive straight into the intel. To force remediation before your perimeter is breached, we're executing a strict 5-phase intelligence protocol. Phase 1 is the 0-day. Phase 2, comms check. Phase 3, the blast radius. Phase 4, the patch protocol. And finally, Phase 5, ethics and sign-off.
All right, Phase 1, the 0-day, the hook. Let's get into it.
We are tracking an immediate, highly critical flaw in the Apex 1 management plane, and it requires your undivided attention right now. Just look at this rapid, frankly terrifying 24-hour escalation timeline. On May 21st, 10:16 a.m., we get the official vendor acknowledgement from Trend Micro. Just a few hours later, right at 3 p.m., CISA drops this into their Known Exploited Vulnerabilities catalog. Boom. And by 5:12 a.m. the very next day, active community warnings are blasting out globally. Threat actors are moving incredibly fast on this one, which means, well, we've got to move faster.
So what exactly is the beast we're dealing with here? CVE 2026-3496 is a relative path traversal vulnerability. It's classified under CWE 23, and it specifically targets the Apex 1 on-premise server. Basically, a local attacker can use this directory traversal flaw to modify a key table on your server, which then allows them to inject malicious code. The absolute kicker here is that this completely subverts the trusted server-to-agent pipeline. It's like the call is coming from inside the house. Your own security infrastructure is literally being hijacked to push malware downstream.
Moving to Phase 2, comms check, the early call to action. Before we assess the total blast radius, we need a tactical pause to secure our communication lines. I need you to execute these 3 steps immediately. Step 1, subscribe to @cybertech79 for safety and make sure you enable those notifications. You absolutely need this real-time intelligence flowing to you. Step 2, hit that like button to formally acknowledge receipt of this intel briefing. And Step 3, comment your current status below for our census. Are you patched or are you vulnerable? Sound off in the comments so we can accurately gauge the real-world blast radius of this 0-day.
Okay, Phase 3, the blast radius. Let's define the impact.
Defenders, listen closely to me here. The most terrifying aspect of this vulnerability isn't just the potential code execution. It's that the actual trust path itself has been defiled by adversaries. Now, the CVSS 3.1 base score is 6.7. Technically speaking, that's rated as medium. But let me be absolutely clear. That number is highly, highly deceptive. Do not let a 6.7 lull you into a false sense of security. Threat actors are actively leveraging this in the wild as we speak. That active exploitation completely changes the threat landscape, instantly elevating this to a critical incident.
Now, there is a narrow prerequisite for this attack. The attacker must be pre-authenticated and they have to already possess administrative credentials to the Apex 1 server. So they have to get in first via some other method. Actually, let's frame it this way. If they already have admin access, why is this a big deal? Well, once they have that access and trigger this traversal flaw, the resulting downstream compromise is catastrophic. They literally own your endpoint deployment path. The keys to the kingdom are gone.
And this brilliantly illustrates the gravity of the situation. I'm going to read this directly from our intelligence briefing. When the management server itself becomes the distribution mechanism for malware, immediate remediation is legally and ethically required to protect users. This is the absolute nightmare scenario, folks. Your central security tool, the very thing you paid for to protect you, is silently deploying malware to your trusted connected endpoint agents. Phase 4, the patch protocol, executing the mitigation. It's time to pivot rapidly from analysis to action. Defenders, prepare for immediate mitigation. And listen, you must execute these steps in this exact order. Step 1, verify server integrity. Because this attack requires prior admin access, do not just blindly push patches to your endpoints yet. You must first audit all administrative logins, review any recent agent package changes, and rule out unauthorized access on the server itself. You have to treat that central server as potentially breached. Once you're sure it's clean, move to Step 2, apply security patches. And finally, Step 3, validate agent builds across your entire network.
System administrators, you need to log these exact versions to validate your fleet. If you're running existing SP1 on-premise, you need SP1 CP build 18012. For new on-premise installs, you must use SP1 build 17079. And if you're utilizing SaaS Apex 1 or Vision 1, ensure your security agents are running build 14.0.20731. Do not skip this. Make sure every single endpoint is brought up to these precise standards.
Let's look at the regulatory side, because this really builds urgency. CISA has issued a Binding Operational Directive 22-01 mandate. You have until June 4, 2026 to apply these mitigations or completely discontinue the use of the vulnerable product. For federal agencies, this is an absolute hard stop. Done. For the private sector, it's a dire warning that you simply cannot ignore. The clock is ticking loudly on this one.
Finally, Phase 5, Ethics and Sign-Off. The Code.
As security professionals, we practice coordinated vulnerability disclosure for a very specific reason. We must protect our collective infrastructure. Please do not wait for that June 4th deadline. Defend the perimeter right now. This entire advisory is about forcing fixes and fulfilling our overarching duty to protect systems from compromised trust paths. When the very tools designed to keep us safe are turned against us, complacency just isn't an option.
So, I'll leave you with this final, critical question to chew on. Are you fully patched, or is your management plane already silently compromised? Take a hard, honest look at your systems today. Force action. Execute your audits. Lock down those servers. And until next time, stay secure.